The muscles in both the forearms and wrists are often considered small in comparison to larger muscle groups, but they are still incredibly powerful. Today, I'll be sharing my top 8 exercises specifically targeting the forearms and wrists. But before we dive into that, let's address a couple of common questions. Can you really increase the thickness of your wrists as you would with your forearms? And what exactly makes up your forearms? Stick around until the end, and I'll reveal a secret technique I use to develop massive forearms and wrists, in addition to these exercises. Genetics play a significant role in determining the size of your bones, including those in your wrists. While genetics are crucial, your diet also plays a role in your wrist size, although to a lesser extent. It's nearly impossible to substantially increase wrist size without the right genetic predisposition and proper nutrition. The wrist area contains minimal muscle mass compared to the bones, tendons, and skin. To significantly increase wrist size, you would either need to have naturally thicker bones or focus on building the muscles surrounding the area, primarily in the forearms. By concentrating on developing the muscles in your forearms, you'll notice some increase in wrist size. Forearms have ample room for muscle growth compared to the wrists. When trained effectively, forearms can become significantly larger, leading to a more proportionate appearance between forearms and wrists. This effect is more pronounced in individuals with smaller frames, resulting in a more substantial and rounded appearance. However, if you have naturally larger bones, the muscle gains may not be as visually striking. To enhance strength and thickness in your forearms, it's essential to incorporate the right exercises targeting the 3 main muscle groups: wrist flexors, wrist extensors, and brachioradialis. Wrist flexors are responsible for wrist movements and can be activated through controlled movements and repetitions. Wrist extensors, although smaller in size, can still greatly impact the overall appearance of the forearm. The brachioradialis, being the largest muscle in the forearm, is crucial for size and strength. Now, let's move on to the best exercises for developing massive forearms and wrists. Starting with wrist curls, you'll need to sit on a chair or bench with a dumbbell in each hand, palms facing down, and wrists just beyond your knees. Slowly curl your wrist upward, lifting the weight towards your forearm. Keep your forearm stable throughout the movement. Exhale as you lift the weight. Hold the top position for a brief moment, squeezing your forearm muscles. Slowly lower the weight back down to the starting position, allowing your wrist to extend fully. Inhale as you lower the weight. Aim for 8-12 repetitions for each set. Start with a lighter weight if you're new to the exercise and gradually increase the weight as you become stronger. Perform 2-3 sets of wrist curls for each arm, allowing adequate rest between sets. Ensure that your forearm remains still throughout the movement, with only your wrist joint moving. Avoid using momentum to lift the weight and focus on controlled movements. Next on our list is reverse wrist curls, are a strength training exercise that targets the muscles on the backside of the forearm, specifically the wrist extensors. These muscles are responsible for extending the wrist, which means moving the back of the hand away from the forearm. Here's how to perform reverse wrist curls. Sit on a bench or chair with your feet flat on the floor. Hold the dumbbell or barbell in one hand with an overhand grip, palms facing down. Rest your forearm on your thigh or on a flat surface, allowing your wrist to hang over the edge. Slowly curl your wrist upward, lifting the weight towards the ceiling. Keep your forearm stable throughout the movement. Exhale as you lift the weight. Hold the top position for a brief moment, squeezing your forearm muscles. Slowly lower the weight back down to the starting position, allowing your wrist to extend fully. Inhale as you lower the weight. Aim for 8-12 repetitions for each set. Start with a lighter weight if you're new to the exercise and gradually increase the weight as you become stronger. Perform 2-3 sets of reverse wrist curls for each arm, allowing adequate rest between sets. Lastly, the farmer's carry is a straightforward yet highly effective strength and stability exercise that primarily targets the muscles of the upper body, core, and grip strength. It's a functional exercise that mimics real-world activities like carrying heavy groceries or luggage. Here's how to perform the farmer's carry. You'll need 2 heavy objects of equal weight, such as dumbbells, kettlebells, or heavy buckets. Choose weights that are challenging but manageable for your strength level. Stand tall with a straight back and engage your core muscles to maintain stability. Hold one weight in each hand by your sides with a neutral grip, palms facing inward. Lift the weights off the ground by squeezing your grip tightly and keeping your arms straight. Avoid rounding your shoulders or slouching forward. Imagine pulling your shoulder blades down and back to maintain good posture. Walking. Begin walking forward in a controlled manner, taking small steps and keeping your chest up. Focus on maintaining a steady pace and keeping the weights close to your sides. Pay attention to your posture throughout the exercise. Keep your shoulders pulled back, your chest lifted, and your core engaged to stabilize your spine. Walk for a predetermined distance or for a set amount of time, depending on your fitness level and goals. Start with shorter distances or durations and gradually increase as you become stronger and more confident. Walk back to your starting point, maintaining the same posture and grip on the weights. Focus on keeping your movements smooth and controlled. Now let's be clear, these exercises aren't magic. You won't wake up tomorrow with forearms that rival a pro arm wrestler, but with consistency, proper form, and a dose of patience, they will help you build stronger, bigger forearms over time. So why not incorporate these exercises into your regular workout routine? Start with light weights and gradually increase as your strength improves. And remember, it's not a race, it's about progress, not perfection. The secret to muscle growth is eating lots of protein-rich foods and allowing time for your body to rest and recover after a workout. In conclusion, training your forearms can be a real game changer. It can boost your overall strength, improve your grip, and give you that extra edge in sports. Plus, let's be honest, who doesn't want to have impressive forearms? Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you found the content helpful or enjoyable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below to join our community. For more tips, tutorials, and insightful content, check out our other videos linked on the screen.